Good evening, Yugi Universe. This is Donnie Folks, profiling Super Defense Robots through Resource Channel Christia 2280. This was a profile that I just felt that I had to get out there. It's actually my friend's deck that, well, he's been, I'm not even going to even say pretty good. I'm not going to even say the deck is really, really sick. I'm just going to do it just like this. 3 elephants, 3 Leo, 3 monkey. The 3 super defense robots. They may look small, they may look puny, they may look tiny. But these 3 alone, oh, they're literally a nuisance. But more on that a bit later. First of all, I want to get through the rest of the monsters, get the anticipation of my own self. 3, Gear Spring Spirit. And all you have to do is control 1 cyber, 1 machine type monster in your graveyard to special summon this from your hand to the field. It's basically a Black Rose Dragon. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by having only machine type monsters in your graveyard, minimum 1. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0 until the end phase, and he only has an attack of 100. But using this, your entire deck must be machine-based. By only having machine-type monsters in your graveyard. Well, now I see why he says he wants this deck to be an all-machine type. So, let's say you got it, boss, with Orbital 7. Rank 4 light, 500 attack, 2000 defense. When this card is flip summoned face up, place 1 You Got It Boss counter on it. You can remove all You Got It Boss counters on this card. Its attack becomes 2000. After you change this card's attack with this effect, it cannot attack your opponent directly for the rest of this turn, and it's sent to the graveyard during the end phase. You can tribute this card to target 1 photon or galaxy monster in your graveyard and add the target to your hand. Well, unfortunately, this deck does not play galaxy or photon monsters, but it's still good because it's a 2K defender, and you can raise its attack power to 2K by removing one of those counters. But then it goes to the graveyard. But that's actually pretty good, because then that puts your machine target in there for this guy. Then we have 2 card troopers for draw power and milling power. You'd be surprised what card trooper does to a machine-based deck like these 3. You'd be amazed. 2 Machina gear frames, 2 Machina fortresses. As far as the monsters goes. And now, spells. We have 2 mythical space typhoons. We have 2 power dualities. We have 2 trade-ins. We have 2 iron call. We have 1 limiter removal. 1 dark hole. 1 burial from a different dimension. Yes, there's removal done with this deck. You'd be surprised. It does have removal to it. Traps. We have 2 Call the Hunted, followed by 2 Mirror Forces, followed by 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Compulse Evacuation Device, 1 Solemn Warning. For the traps. For the extra deck, we have Now, this is pretty much going to get changed because seeing what Gear Spring Spirit stated, having a graveyard full of all machine types. Well, unfortunately, the extra deck is not all full of machine types. Well, not this version. 1 Wind Up Zenmane, 1 Soul of Silver Mountain, 1 Livier the Sea Dragon, 1 Maestro to Symphony Djinn, 1 Wind Up Zenmeister, 1 Photon Pop Operative, 2 Gear Giganta X, 1 number 74 Master of Blades. One of the most annoyingest cards to this entire deck. 3 Googly Eyes Drum Dragon. Get back to that in a moment. 1 number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. 2 number 15 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. Now, let's get back to these Super Defense robots. These are actually pretty interesting. Now you have Elephant. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Super Defense robot monster or Orbital 7 from your hand. Pretty much they all say that. Normal summon this, special summon 1 Super Defense robot, Orbital 7 from your hand. Yes, they all have that as their trigger for being normal summoned. Special summon the other guy from the hand. Now with Elephant, once per turn, you can target 1 Super Defense robot monster or Orbital 7 you control. It becomes level 8 until the end phase. This card cannot be used as an Exceed material except for the Exceed summoning of a machine-type monster with an attack of 1400 and a defense of 25. Now, by the attack being 14, hey, Giant Rat, if you're not using Gear Spring Spirit, Giant Rat can literally get all 3 of these to the field. Now, Elephant allows you to target another Super Defense robot or an Orbital 7 to make it into a level 8 to make these other rank 8s easier to get. So that's Elephant. Plus also a target for trade-in by it being a level 8. Now, Leo. Actually, no. Let's go to Monkey first because Leo and Monkey technically work together. Let's see. Monkey. Same thing. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Super Defense robot monster or Orbital 7 from your hand. Now, once per turn, you can banish 1 machine-type monster. Machine-type monster from your graveyard. Then target 1 Super Defense robot monster or Orbital 7 monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. So you can pretty much remove from play any machine-type monster in its entire deck. So after it hits effect, to either add another one of these guys, or a Leo, or an Elephant from your graveyard to your hand. Now, Leo, when this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Orbital 7 or Super Defense robot monster from your hand. Okay, they all say the same thing. Now this one, once per turn, when exactly 1 Super Defense robot monster or Orbital 7 and no other cards, just 1, is added from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty much Monkey removing a machine, 1 machine type monster to add a Monkey, Leo, or Elephant from your graveyard to your hand, except during the damage step. So if you're doing, so this cannot be done during the battle step. Except during the damage step, you can special summon it from your hand. So you add a machine back with his effect. If he's on the field, whatever you add back to your hand from him, his effect special summon it right to the field. So you can pretty much see where this deck can actually do something. And Giant Rat would be a target for all 3 of these super defenses. So let's say I activate Monkey, I remove from play, let's say, Card Trooper to target Elephant, and send Elephant from my graveyard back to my hand. If Leo is in play, I can special summon the same Elephant that I returned from the graveyard to my hand. I can special summon it with this effect by returning from my hand with this. So returning with this, special with this effect allows you to special summon him, then he targets one of these guys, makes it to an 8. You go Googly Eyes Jump Dragon, which is a rank 8 machine type monster that takes 2 level 8 machine type monsters once per turn. You can detach one Exceed material from this card. It gains 1,000 attack until your opponent's next end phase. If this card is destroyed while it has Exceed materials, you can banish one super defense robot monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your graveyard, then you can attach one super defense robot monster from your graveyard to this as an Exceed material with an attack of 3k. So, if this were to get destroyed, graveyard trigger. As long as it has an Exceed material, you remove and play another super defense robot to special summon this back to the field, and then have another super defense robot in the graveyard to attach this as material. So, pretty much, this is a good reason why Burial from a Different Dimension is actually in the deck. Good reason. So that can do that. That's that. And these super defense robots, I'm still wondering if there's going to be any more released to our TCG format within the next so many months or years or so whatnot, because these 3 alone can actually pull off a lot of good moves. Then, according to my friend, Infernal Reckless Summoning is also very good for these guys. I said, yeah, well, Infernal Reckless Summoning will also give your opponent to allow them to do the same thing that you're doing. Target one of their monsters, bring out 2 other copies. But do you really want to give your opponent that much pluses even if they bring him out in defense mode? Do you really want to do that? I'll let my friend be the judge of that, of how he wants to do it. But for some reason, I just wanted to share this with everyone. This has been a machine-based profile. Well, not exactly machine-based because, well, his version is more machine-based than his. I just added a couple more cards because it just made sense to me. But looking at Gear Spring Spirit, yeah, you're going to use him. You'll be better off with all machine supports. This has been my friend's profile of Super Defense Robots. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. This is Donnie Folks through Resource Channel Christia 2280 signing out. Have a good night.